Sometime during 1930, a Mrs. Marion Porter Smith set up a school for the education of Portuguese children at Dudley Hill in Paget. As this was in a house, it was most inadequate. However, it was not until 1932 when pressure from Mr. Gilbert, then Director of Education, caused the planning of an official school. Mr. Will Onions, a well-known Bermudian architect at the time, was chosen to design the building, which was completed in 1933. The school opened May 26, 1933. The governor, Lieutenant General Sir Ashley Cobbett, named it after the Director of Education, Mr. C. G. Gilbert. For many years, the school catered to mainly Portuguese children under the very capable hands of Mrs. Porter Smith. In 1953, Mrs. Porter Smith returned to Canada and Mr. Albert Young took over. From then, the school increased in enrollment, especially with American-based children. In 1960, Mr. Gervais Marsden took over and was succeeded by various heads: acting head Mr. Timothy Skinner, principal Mrs. Veronica Todd, Mr. Alwyn McKittrick, Mrs. Carol Figueredo, Mrs. Eunice Jones, Mrs. Correlita Dill, and Mrs. Suzette Cheeseman as acting principal. Mrs. Jonna Pitcher is the current principal of Gilbert. The school's motto is Perseverantia Vincit, with perseverance we shall conquer. The mission is to provide a caring, supportive environment for students, parents, and school staff so that each person associated with the school can experience maximum intellectual, social, physical, and emotional development. The fundamental goal of the school is to produce healthy, happy, and contributing members of society. Gilbert's long-range plans are directly related to the mission statement, and that is to produce children who can compete locally and globally because of their academic ability and achievements. Gilbert also wants to see children make a positive contribution to the community through service and leadership. Gilbert currently has 17 staff members, consisting of fully certified teachers, paraeducators, and support staff. In P1, we have Miss Smith. P2, Mrs. Tacklin. P3, we have Mrs. Taylor, supported by paraeducator Mrs. Gibbons. P4, Mrs. Correa. In P5, we have Mrs. Butterfield, supported by the paraeducator Miss Rigo. In P6, we have Miss Goodchild, supported by the paraeducator Mrs. Gampai. Our PE and health teacher is Mr. James. Art, Miss Newsom. Music, Mr. Henry. Learning support, Mrs. Scott. Teacher of the deaf and hard of hearing, Miss Henry. Our school counselor, Miss Painter. Our reading teacher, Mrs. Cheeseman. School custodian, Mr. Barrington. Administrative assistant, Miss Hines. And our school principal, Mrs. Pitcher.
The learning environment at Gilbert Institute is set up so that children have maximum opportunities to learn, grow, and develop. Not only are the classrooms beautiful, but each is outfitted with a smartboard and whiteboard to maximize student and teacher access to technology. There are also dedicated rooms for specialist teachers to work with children who may have been identified with having special needs. Our beautiful campus has both an upper and lower field for outdoor play. There are also gardens which provide children the opportunity for extended outdoor learning. We have picnic benches for both eating outdoors and collaborative workspace. And no school will be complete without a beautiful play structure for the littlest ones to play on. Our school has multiple flexible spaces, including the outdoors and our school computer lab. The teachers also use the teacher collaboration room for professional development, cooperative work, and planning. The school library is used by individual students and teachers, as well as for small group work and one-on-one counseling or therapy sessions. Our beautifully kept assembly hall also doubles as the gym and is used for PE classes. Like all schools in the Bermuda public school system, Gilbert Institute uses the Cambridge International primary curriculum. Students are instructed in literacy, math, science, social studies, PE, health, art, and music. Each core subject has been tailored to student needs, and teachers are provided ongoing professional development and opportunities for professional reflection as they deepen understandings around teaching, learning, and assessment. Not only do teachers strive to provide the best learning experiences, but they also ensure students are aware of their own learning and are able to do their own reflection and take responsibility for their learning. Teachers employ flexible and intentional teaching strategies so that students have many varied opportunities for direct instruction, as well as both independent and collaborative work in both core and on-core subjects. At Gilbert Institute, the continual learning of both staff and students is integral to our success.
As we are all still within the midst of a global pandemic, we would like to fully reassure you that your child will be safe and protected as a student here at Gilbert Institute. The Ministry of Education, in conjunction with the Department of Health, has provided all schools with extensive protocols that govern practices providing for the safety and well-being of all stakeholders within our building. These protocols cover a multitude of scenarios, including hand hygiene, mask wearing, physical distancing, as well as recommendations for both in and out of class experiences, teacher, student, parent, and visitor conduct. At this time, parents are not allowed to enter school buildings. The protocols for Gilbert Institute provide not only for ease of morning drop-off and afternoon collection, but also provide alternate opportunities for parent-teacher meetings as well. Aside from the current health concerns, Gilbert also continues to encourage healthy lifestyles. Gilbert is a water-only school, and children are not only encouraged, but also rewarded for their efforts at maintaining a trash-free lunch on a daily basis. The healthy development and safety of our students and their families is one of our top priorities.
The Gilbert Institute calendar is filled with exciting events and activities that lend color to the picture of school life. Some of our annual events include the Word Parade, where students and staff dress up as a word. In May, we have the Bermuda Word Parade, and we see participants dress up as famous Bermudians or words unique to Bermuda, such as Bermudiana, Longtail, or Cedar Tree. Throughout the school year, our two houses, red and blue, battle it out in a number of fun, organized activities such as Sports Day and Spirit Day. Our scholar athletes have lots of fun participating and do so while demonstrating great sportsmanship. Assemblies at Gilbert are a time to come together to celebrate individually and collectively. During this time, we may recognize random acts of kindness or birthdays through the Birthday Book program. We also find out which house has obtained the most house points for academic excellence, displaying our 4 core rules, or demonstrating the character trait of the month. Assembly is also where we might find out about special announcements, such as how much money we've raised for our community partners in events such as Wacky Hair Day for PALS, Denim for Diabetes, or Socks That Rock for Autism. Through our events and programs, it is our goal at Gilbert to create a community of learners who are proud to be members of the Gilbert Institute family. Gilbert Institute enjoys wonderful reciprocal relationships with organizations from our immediate neighborhood as well as the wider community. Our school choir sings annually at the Meals on Wheels luncheon, and we have had students participate in their annual Tag Day. Through our partnership with Bermuda College, our students have been able to conduct experiments in their science lab. Our partnership with Connect Tech has allowed P5 students to learn computer coding. Fresh Fruit Fridays are supported by our generous friends from the Paget Parish Council. These and many other opportunities exist for our children to participate in community programs and to have the wider community support Gilbert Institute School. Thank you for considering Gilbert Institute for your child and family. We welcome all comments, questions, and queries and look forward to meeting with you.